Hey, good morning, everybody. Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. Let's get the CFTC out of the way. This broadcast is for demonstration and educational purposes only. It's important to know that I'm not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. So, with that being said, let me go back to my charts.
Order submitted.
Okay. Now, today is the last day of the Apex 80% off sale. So, not knowing whether or not they're going to renew that. If you needed an evaluation account, I have a coupon code right there in my, right above my image. And looking at the Forex Factory. Good morning, Rao. Good morning, Marcy. I know we have a big report this morning at 10 a.m., a red folder. So 10 a.m., be extremely careful. Let me see if I can pull up the Forex Factory. Our 30 range signal A and B is on top on the leaderboard. So we're getting some nice movement on the NASDAQ pre-market. Thank you, Marcy. I think it was consumer confidence at 10 a.m. Hey. Oh my. Let me get my NASDAQ strategies under control here. Okay, bear with me for just a moment. If today's your first day joining us, we're going to be highlighting the AI Auto Trader. And this is a fully automated system that runs with the NinjaTrader 8 platform. And once the strategies are enabled, they will execute and manage the trades on your behalf. It's also considered a semi-automated system because the system also provides you with the discretion to be able to manage the positions once they're executed. You'll see my stop when a trade is executed. you'll see my stop and my profit target projected on the chart. And there's absolutely nothing stopping us, you or I, from manually moving the stop or profit targets as we see fit. So we can let it run in full automation, or we can drag our stops or profit targets to any position we'd like. We just recently released our pattern recognition component, and I've got some interesting numbers to show you. There's a certain time of the day that I'm talking specifically about the Smart Stop 3, has been running between 10 and 11, and then a little bit later in the day with incredible results. Today at 10, though, I'm just pulling up the Forex Factory. Whenever we see a red folder on one of these, I'm on Forex Factory's calendar. If we see, like today, for example, is Tuesday the 27th, is consumer confidence at 10 a.m., and you can see this red folder here. This red folder is red for a good reason. It means stop. You might not want to take a trade when that report is released. It's extremely high volatility. Right when the report's released, it makes it almost untradeable. And it could make you a ton of money, but it could also blow your account out very quickly. So just to play it safe and be on the conservative side, what I normally do is when I see one of these 10 o'clock red folders, or any time of the day red folders for the U.S., I disable the strategy and let things settle down for several minutes. Okay, so now my lag is back under control. And I'm just going to enable, I like the 20 unit Renko. And we'll do our retirement plans. Yeah, let's get the haymakers going. And we've got Smart Stop 1 and 2. 2 is the pattern recognition. 3 is the momentum-based trailing stop. Mark Miller was kind enough to name that stop after me. He called it Rory's stop. And what that is, Rory's stop, is a momentum-based trailing stop. I always like to pin my stop on the 15 EMA. Once I get a little wiggle room, a little breathing room on the trade, and I get a little distance between my stop and price, I like to pin my stop to that 15 EMA. And that's what the Smart Stop 3, or it says Rory Stop, this one here, is the momentum-based trailing stop. And I wanted to show you the trade performance on that strategy. You can see here that it does extremely well between 10 and 11. Next week, we're going to have our dynamically automatically adjusting trading hours. We did not release that this past week. We got the pattern recognition out. And phase 2, hopefully if all goes well next week, we'll be releasing the dynamically changing trading hours that will dynamically trade only when you historically have a positive equity curve. So I've noticed that Rory Smart Stop does extremely well between 10 and 11, and then in the afternoon between 1:30 and 2:30, along with 12:30, it does really well. So today, because of the report coming out at 10, I'm just going to hold off a little bit from going live on it. I'm going to wait till about 10 or 10:15. I'll keep an eye on the chart and see once it settles down. That consumer confidence is a pretty big report. And we also have the Richmond Manufacturing Index. Let me send a message to David real quick. Here comes a nice signal A entry. We've got this area of resistance or support right in our way, but that would have been a beauty. I love those retracements back to the 50 and the continuation down into the trend. Overnight, we had a big move down this morning. Pre-market, huge move down. At the London Open, the British Open, the price went way down on the NASDAQ.
Order submitted.
Got some big earnings reports tomorrow. I know NVIDIA reports tomorrow. And they're anticipating that they doubled their revenue from last year. Let me go back to the it looks like I executed on the NASDAQ, which I'm very happy about. So we're currently in a trade on Steven. Steven is a really exciting strategy that holds the single-day record. A few weeks ago, it made over $4,000 trading just one contract in a single session. The cash register is up 250. The cash register is the ES strategy that we trade in the morning, early, the early session. Let's go to the cash register. Looks for a big reversal. It took a long entry and was able to block in $250. If we make our way up, in fact, I really like that entry. You can see my RSI line in the Laguerre oscillator now is breaking the 80% mark, which is really a prime setup for a short roll. We're still below the VWAP. The VWAP is this purple dotted line. And it looks very similar to the 2-minute on the NASDAQ. It's retracing back to the 50. And this short roll on the E-mini might be a really nice short entry. We'll have to keep an eye on that. So my lag looks good today. So 10 o'clock, we've got the big report. I'm going to let the system trade through the report on my SIM accounts. And I've got about 5 Apex accounts that I want to trade today.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Retirement plan just took the reversal long. And my 30 range is also set up for a long trade. My target is right below that area of resistance, which is a perfect place for that profit target. Also, something exciting that we can always do with this strategy in a trending market on this Smart Stop strategy number 3 that's named Rory's Smart Stop is we can, in the strategy parameters, and we can actually, for our first profit target value, we could put a 0. In a trending market, it's very effective. We put a 0, and our exit is on the line change. And in a trending market, either up or down, if you get if you get an entry that starts to move really nicely, it gives you the potential for really a home run. Let's see if we could break through this area of support, this resistance area right here at 516. So our 30 ranges and our 2-minute NASDAQ are both in long positions right now. And we also recently, this past week, we revamped our PA account template. Once you do pass the evaluation, we have several one-day passes running in the background. And once those are specifically designed to get you over the hump on the evaluations that these prop firms have. Now we're in our profit window. Boom, we just hit. So with what I was referring to earlier is on this strategy here, the Smart Stop 3, had we, in the strategy parameters where the ATM is, had we changed our profit target to 0 and don't define a profit target, what it would do is it would keep you in this long position until your 15 EMA changes colors. My 15 EMA is this dotted line, sorry about that. This dot line is our 15 EMA. So now if this trade runs to the upside, which the NASDAQ, can do quite often, for as long as that 15 EMA stays green, you will be in that trade. Usually it takes a bar or two in a reversal for it to exit. So there's some really exciting trade management features that we can implement using this trailing stop that's tied to our 15 EMA. We've got the Consumer Confidence Report getting ready to go. Retirement plan is in the profit window. Once we get within 10 or 15 ticks of our profit target, we squeeze the trade. Our stop will automatically pop up and squeeze the trade so we don't give back those profits. We never want to risk more than we have the potential to make. And this is the great part about having a risk-to-reward ratio leaned heavily in our favor. It gives us the potential to get out of the market with $1,000 in our pocket. And the retirement plan, if it does hit this profit target, it's either a $900 or $1,000 win. 1,000. Came really close just now. Boom, got it. So for me, that's my profit goal. I look to make about $500 on my prop account each day. So for me to be able to disable the strategy at this point and call it a day, and I've taken that 550 trade, which I didn't because I'm waiting for the report. But that's all it takes is one nice trade. I could see our smart stop is back in. Oops, sorry about that. Took a really nice entry. Had we had that trade management feature set at 0, we would still be in this trade long. You could see my 15 EMA hasn't changed colors just yet. It's about to, though. Right there it would have. Probably exited there. Okay, so it's still up 100. We're coming into its peak time to trade, which is between 10 and 11. Good morning, Stapleton. Rouse very assertive, aggressive. Everybody's style is a little different. You're right. I saw Mark Miller set a tremendous record one day trading the news reports. And it's all on your risk tolerance. The best time for the retirement plan? Let me take a look.
Order submitted.
This report's about to come out.
Order submitted.
The retirement plan does well at the market open at 9:30. And then from 10:30 to 11 and 12 o'clock. Pre-market, it doesn't do well. Starting at the market open, it does best from 9:30 to 10, and then 10:30 to 11:30. And then we get another window after lunch. That's profitable. Here we go, right into the report. Let's see what happens. 9:59. Our profit target is actually in a pretty dangerous location. It's right above that area of support, of resistance. Geez, I always get those confused. I'm referring to these red lines that are just under my profit target. We always want our profit target to have a clear path. That report might have just come out. It did. Oh, it didn't get in our profit window. See, that's a perfect example of the profit target getting the pivots getting in the way of the profit target. It bounced right off the pivots. This would be the perfect time to move your profit target below those areas of resistance. Turned a winner into a loser. Well, it's not over yet, is it? I might have spoken too soon.
Order submitted.
Here we go. It's going to retest it. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get ready. This is the window that this strategy does really well.
Order submitted.
Steven is on fire today. It likes these conditions. And we got the short roll on the E-mini that I was talking about.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Let's see what the news was.
Order submitted.
Trading now right into the VWAP. Consumer confidence rises slightly in August. U.S. manufacturing activity slowed in August. So we got one positive, one negative.
Order submitted.
Let's see if we can get through this area. All right, the profit window just kicked in. Nice. All right, so I'm going to get ready with a copier, a trade copier, and I'm going to copy that account. I think things have semi-settled down here. So to build my trade copier, I'm just going to build a quick chart.
Order submitted.
And put loaded the ES for 10 days. And then I'm just going to load my indicator that has the copier on the chart. Okay, so now that I have this, what I can do is I can copy into my Apex accounts the strategies that I feel the most confident in. We make our decisions really based on the data. Historically, we know which ones perform the best, and you will too after you've run them for a few weeks. So I'm going to try
Order submitted.
that SimSmart Stop 3 between 10 and 11. And I'm going to put it in count number 17. So we will make this the leader account, and we'll make number 17 the follower. And let's see, let's let the good times roll.
Order submitted.
Just missed that one. But we'll get the next one. And our number one strategy for the day is the NASDAQ 30 range signal A. So I'm going to put another account on that account as well.
Order submitted.
Sorry that I missed this one. Let's turn it on.
Order submitted.
And I'm going to duplicate this in a new tab. Again, the stop was right above that area
Order submitted. Order submitted.
of resistance. Let's see if it can break it this time. I would always look to move my profit target below the area of resistance. We want it to have a clear path. So let me change my leader account. And we'll make this one the 30 range signal A bot. B drone.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
And we'll make this account number 26. Now this is the same trade. So this is the one that I did not get in. And it looks like the haymaker is doing good.
Order submitted.
Which is really the signal A.
Order submitted.
And I'm going to also take the signal B. I see signal B's on our leaderboard. So on another account, I'm going to play the signal B 30 range. Looks like I have it. Yeah, I have the signal B. So we'll do the signal A.
Order submitted.
There we go. Oh, that's the same trade. It's still fighting to get through through that area of resistance. Haymaker's in a monster. Haymaker's up 625 right now. This one got caught up in this channel between the stop and the area of resistance. Hey, good morning, Tim.
Order submitted.
I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so I've got my copier set up on my favorite strategies, and I'm just going to let it run. I'm not going to, kill myself trying to manage it and move around with it. Let's let it do its thing. If I see that my profit target, though, is right above an area of support or resistance, I'm going to give it a clear path. That I will do. Wouldn't make sense to let it do what it's doing now.
Order submitted.
Come on, push through here. Oh, come on. Okay. It just got in the profit window. Okay, great. Please don't go long. Steven's back in. Steven is, let me tell you, keep an eye on that strategy, Steven. If that one gets hot, it can run it up very quickly. It's leveraging an 8-unit Renko, I believe. Yes, it is. And it runs between 10 and 1026, 10 and 1030. And between 10 and 1030, it could light it up. I see it's up 500 on a trade, and it's already up 500. NQ Stevens up 650, 675. Let's take a look at that trade. NQ Steven. Where are you? There it is. Okay. Steven's up 985. I've got no skin on the game in that one.
Order submitted.
Got a really nice leaderboard here today.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
So far, so good. These are the top strategies here this morning. All NASDAQ. All NASDAQ. Retirement plan. Haymaker. Steven. So if somebody asks me what instrument should I trade, I'd say to keep an eye on the NQ today. That's not to say another strategy can't catch on fire and the NASDAQ fizzle out. It's certainly a possibility. My lag looks good.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Steven's right back in. Let me tell you, Steven, for the fun of it, I'll tell you if it starts getting traction here. Well, we could get a short roll now on the retirement plan. We moved into some resistance. I don't know what it is, but the market's very resilient. The bears, they've tried to drive the price of the market down, and the bulls just won't let it happen. They keep pushing it right back up.
Order submitted.
I love this strategy right here. This 20-unit Renko signal C. Let me show you the numbers on this one. Sorry about that. Let me show you the numbers on this 20-unit Renko. Very impressive. Does not get faked out on a 20-unit Renko. All those head fakes and fake outs and all of that, it doesn't even see them. Look at this. Over the course of the last month, the NASDAQ trading on a 20-unit Renko. It's a signal C entry. It's, man, does it do well. And it's on top. It's up, working its way up my leaderboard right now. This month it's up $2,000, just under $2,000, about 1626, trading one contract. It does not like the lunch hour. It takes a lunch break between 11:30 and 12.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
That's for the whole month of August. And you can see it right down here on my leaderboard. It's up 440. I'm going to share it, Mike. I'll share it with you, Colonel.
Order submitted.
It's one that we've been testing and testing and testing. I'm going to put it in the right before we do is we have what we call our bullpen. There's members of our community and members on our team that test that run different parameters, variations of the strategies, and before they're officially released as being part of our portfolio, the step we do before that is we put them in what we call our bullpen, R&D, research and development. They're in development. That PA account did well. I was mentioning earlier, we redid once you pass the evaluation, I kind of lost my train of thought from earlier. They're pushing the price of gold way up. Wow. But once you get over the hump of the evaluation, we want to put together a portfolio of strategies to trade a PA account. That's when it counts. That's when we need to have, we need to really adhere to those rules and prevent a drawdown and stay consistent with their 30% consistency rule. So we've made it a priority to continue to develop out some PA account templates, and we had something that's working really well. Yesterday it did well. Let's see. I'm curious to see how it does today. It's our 50,000 PA account template. We time optimized it, and we only have it trading during the peak times. We gave it a little more room than we had before. But before we were squeezing it very tight with a very tight trailer. So we loosened up and we're giving it some more room. And its goal is to make 400 or 500 a day and stop for the day. Nasdaq's trying to break through. Stevens in another beautiful trade. Let's see what Stevens doing. It's out at 945, right back in. It's an aggressive strategy. If you're a conservative trader, you probably wouldn't want to trade Steven. That's why it's hard for me to put it on my live account, because I'm so conservative. I'm probably overly conservative, and they kind of make fun of me here at the office.
Order submitted.
Let's see if Steven... I see momentum is headed straight down now. You can see my RSI line. But does it have enough room? Here we go. Oh, I'm in a trade on the Rory stop strategy. I must be in a short position too. That one got stopped out. Let's go over to the other one.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Okay, here we go. I've got this one on my Apex. Price is chopping around pretty good today.
Order submitted.
Now I'd like to take my stop and put it up above this area. And if it's going to get me, let it break the area of resistance. For my profit target, I want it just above that area of support, which it is.
Order submitted.
So we'll let this one play out. Hopefully we can get it in a profit window. I was just saying how the bulls keep driving the price higher and higher, and here I am in a short trade. But listen, what do I know?
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Yeah, it still is, Ron. I'm just showing the account on my 30 range chart. But the strategy does leverage an 8 Unirenko. You're right. This is a kind of ranging, choppy market here we have on the Nasdaq. Let's see what time that announcement comes out. Let me go back to my Forex Factory. I'm taking some major heat here. I'm glad I moved my stop. For now. For now, I'm glad. I'm getting a lot of buying pressure, I'm afraid. They're trying to push through that area of resistance. Okay, so today, 10 a.m. was consumer confidence. 1:15. Oh my God, 1:15 in the morning. It says. I wonder if that's a misprint. It's not. Waller speaks at 1:15 Wednesday morning. They're coming up to retest this. If I get a retracement, I think I'm going to try to exit this trade. I think they're trying to push through. Hopefully we get a bit of a meltdown here for a second. Crude oil has a beauty. Let's look at this crude trade. That was a signal A all the way. That's the signal A that's just worked so well. When you have a red 50.
Order submitted.
I'm in trouble on this. Yep, it broke right through and got me. I had a feeling that buying pressure was coming. Let me see if the crude caught that. Nope.
Order submitted.
Just got in on the signal B. Crude's still going lower. That was a beautiful signal A entry, though, on crude. You could see where the cross is. If I move this down just a little, that cross right here was when the signal A kicked in. Yeah, I felt that buying pressure. They were just trying to break through that area. It wasn't going to go down at that point. I'm going to play the crude oil ODP. Look for a retracement back to the 50 and a continuation down on this crude chart. I want my RSI line to retrace back up into that, break through the 80% line, and then roll short again.
Order submitted.
So the story of the day so far has been the NASDAQs. Colonel, I'm going to make a note to share the 20U with you. I'm going to put it in that bullpen. It's the last channel down in the Discord. I'm going to take screenshots of it. Now, momentum is buried to the downside here on the NASDAQ. On the E-mini, I was reading an article this morning, actually, how there's a bit of a sector rotation out of tech. But I don't see it here today. It's share the 20U with the Colonel.
Order submitted.
See, now this is the counter trend signal A on crude.
Order submitted.
I prefer to skip those. Last month, a few months ago, or a month and a half ago, when we had all of that unrest out in the Black Sea, crude oil was jumping up and down, and those counter trend trades were succeeding. But not lately. Kind of have a little bit of a low volume environment here. We're just coming into the Labor Day weekend, and historically, you know, all the bigwigs, they're out at their beach homes, out in the hammocks, until after Labor Day. So I see that volume is a little bit low today, but they are trying to push up the price of the NASDAQ. I'm hoping to get some clearance here. We get over this hump, we've got some running room. I think that's what's holding my strategies back from executing, which is a good thing. Let's see if we can push on through. No more short trades for now. Here we go. Here comes a signal B. If we pop through this, I'm going to get my ES signal B going too. I think this market wants to run. This is the half hour we like. 10:30 to 11. Here we go. My crude oil is retracing. I'm going to put on one of my prop accounts and go for a one-day pass on it. Let's try number 27.
Order
This might be
submitted.
the short roll right here.
Order
All right, come
submitted.
on now. We need to push through this area of resistance. We've got some running room to the upside. Here we go. We're testing and retesting this. I'm going to add on an ES signal B. Here we go. The gear's locked. This should put in our signal B. Go ahead. There we
Order
go.
submitted.
Let's get this one. Don't retrace on me. Go ahead. Push it up higher. Let's go.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Mm-mm-mm. Not good. Lost that one. Nothing easy today. Nothing easy. But let's hang in there. Here comes a haymaker strategy. Right up into the pivot. See where my trading hours are here.
Order submitted.
I'd like to see mini to keep pushing up. I'm going to put this down at 10:30. Start that signal B entry a little early. And we'll just confirm it's on the ES. So I see the ES just, the Laguerre is locked to the long side. So I'm looking to get into a long position. We're above the VWAP. Laguerre's pinned to the top. We've got an area of resistance on top of us here. But if we do break through, I sure want to be along for the ride.
Order submitted.
Steven's back in. Steven took the short roll. Oh, look at there goes my crude trade. Look at that. Let's sell it.
Order submitted.
Might as well go for it. I'm going for the 1-day pass on the crude oil.
Order submitted.
Took the trade into the pivot. All right, let's see if we can break this pivot again. This area of resistance back in play. It's Signal A bot is back in. I should be in on the Signal A drone.
Order submitted.
Greg, I think in the members area, Mark did a video that shows, I think there is a video on setting up the trading chart account, the trading chart account with the strategy. Are you referring to in Chart Trader, moving your account?
Order submitted.
Here we go. We broke the pivot. No, we didn't break the pivot. I take that back.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
I take a $400 profit on it. I chickened out, Rao. Wouldn't you know it? I chickened out on the 1 day pass, and now it's kind of breaking through, but that's okay. Got a $400.
Order submitted.
Steven's trading away. This is getting all of the various account strategy instrument lines takes place on the chart. All of the various account strategy and instruments aligned. So the most important step on that, Greg, is in your chart trader. You certainly want to put the same account that's running in your strategy. So if you wanted to see on your chart the haymaker strategy, you would, in your strategies, or the ES Signal B AI drone, if you wanted to see those trades on your ES chart, you would want to put the ES Signal B AI drone. Just by having the same account in your chart trader that's running in your strategy will accomplish one of the goals that you defined. Now, if you want the indicators to also be identical, then what you would need to do is go into your strategy and take a screenshot or open the master spreadsheet and put in your indicator inputs the same exact inputs that are in your strategy. What I mean by that is once you know the inputs that are in the global parameters for each one of the indicators, then you would, on your chart, you would go to your indicators and one by one put the exact same settings that you have in your strategy under the global parameters for the MIPA, for the bias, the modified fast and slow. Those will all be in your global parameters of the in the strategy settings. So then your signals on your chart would match what your strategy is looking at, and when it executes a trade, because your account in your chart trader is matching, you're going to see the stop and profit targets on your chart. Here we go. We need this ES to push through here. I want to get into this long trade. We're kind of overbought, I'll tell you. But there's a lot of buying pressure. I could, you could see it. It's they're trying to push the price of the Nasdaq higher, and the ES has just been, steadily going straight up for the last hour and a half. Well, hour or so. You got this Nasdaq just going sideways here. I thought it was going to break and run a little bit, but it didn't. Steven took a counter trend trade. But I think it's buying pressure that we're looking at. $30 range signal B. This is the one that I've got an Apex account on as well. It's just waiting for this break. We get a good break on this. Always looking for the Nasdaq to fly. Here we go. Here we go. This could be our short roll. It's setting up on the NASDAQ.
Order submitted.
Oh. I'm going to take a very quick bathroom break. Excuse me for just a moment. That is the video you're referring to? Where do you have the video? Good question. I'm pretty sure it's in Discord, Greg. Should be the one about the cross indicator. Prop account trades. Prop account setup. Several prop accounts on a strategy. Module 1 and 2. Could be in this one here. How to create a new account, strategy, and chart. This one also is a good one. How to adjust the settings in the cross indicator. That's the one I was thinking of. That shows you how to match all of the inputs that are in your strategy into your chart settings. So those two videos there will be helpful for you, Greg. How to change the cross indicator, and then the one that has the beach house strategy. Okay, let me run to the restroom real quick. Let me see what got into a trade. Our retirement plan got in.
Order submitted.
Retirement plan went short. Anticipating a roll to the downside. Counter trend trade. With all the buying pressure, it kind of scares me a little bit, but what do I know?
Order submitted.
Yeah, it just keep pushing the price higher. I'm all over this 30 range NASDAQ strategy. Had another short roll off of crude. So we're coming into the 11 o'clock hour. Very low volume on crude. The ES is still pushing higher. The NASDAQ is testing and retesting that area of resistance over and over again.
Order submitted.
The bears are keeping them at bay. They're fighting over the 660. 19,660. And they're kind of ruining our trading day, aren't they? Keep waiting for the big meltdown. This could be it. With the green 50, the haymaker's not going to... Now it just turned red. This potentially could be a haymaker entry short. Let's see if it jumped in. Nope. Did not. Oh, we're in on the Rory Smart stop. Now, if we lose this trade, I'm going to ask Mark to please rename it. I'm just kidding. But I'm moving my stop up here. If they break it this time, they got it. They retested that price 100 times. Certainly they can't get it now. With all this buying pressure, though, I don't know if it's going to get that low to where my profit target is. Come on, give me one short roll. This is definitely a counter trend trade. The 2-minute on the Nasdaq is headed straight up, way off the 50. The 30 range is a lot more aggressive. It's a faster speed. Yeah, I think long is the way to trade today. Big trouble. Push it down. Yeah. Okay, let me see what someone typed. Yeah, Greg, sure.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
I think what I'm going to do with this, I'll just let it go. Okay, excuse me for just a sec. Mike, I've seen that happen. If it's out of sync, it's usually because there's an open position. Maybe on a different account or something. Um, Check to make sure you have no open positions. Hmm. Excuse me for just a moment.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Okay, we got in. We got in the ES. I'll keep on running. Don't stop now. Hmm. We're also in the haymaker. And Q30 range
Order
haymaker.
submitted.
How am I in? Okay. Then in the trade there, I see what's going on. Okay, that makes sense. So I am in this ES trade. See if we can ride the E-mini up. Hey, Marcy. Great job, Marcy. Congratulations. Oh, you've been doing fantastic. Got this ES trade copied over to my Apex account. Really love to see it mature to the upside here. That area of resistance now is an area of support. So now this red dotted line is working to my benefit. And we just need it to take off. Trader 1 is up 1,000. Let's see what that is. Account display. Trader 1 is in an 8-unit Renko. Let's keep an eye on the crude one-day pass. Going to get a really nice short roll here on the crude oil one-day pass. In fact, I'm going to play that one-day pass, I think. Let me see which account I have. $26. Looking for the break, that RSI line to break through the 80% line.
Order submitted.
Let's go. Let's get a big push up on the NASDAQ and the E-mini. Not many short opportunities today on these index equities, I can tell you that. Let's see what the Dow and the Russell are doing. Here's the Russell trending up. The Dow The Dow's been at all-time highs. Ranging today. The Dow's up 195 for us. Take a look at the stock market. Come on now, push up. Let's go. Tomorrow, hopefully we get some more movement. This is like watching paint dry. Holy moly! Let me check my lag indicator. No, it's all green. I'm good. It just seems like everything's in slow motion to me today. I keep expecting it to take off, and it's just not moving. You know, I think what I said earlier about all the hot shots, all the big wigs, they're away for the Labor Day weekend. They're out in the Hamptons playing golf and drinking pina coladas. NASDAQ is 650 contracts a minute. Very low volume environment. Really not great for trading today. Yeah, it's just we're in the twilight zone here. Takes a little leg up and then goes into consolidation, a little leg up, back into consolidation. Nothing doing on any short moves. That's for up to now. I keep waiting for it to come crashing down, but it's not happening. It just keeps going back up and retesting. Crude oil looks like it froze. You got lucky today, Steve? Yeah, I was reading that, Mike. Well, tomorrow, I'm curious to say, what'd you do? Now you got my interest piqued. You like to trade Steven. I give you credit. I'm too much of a chicken. I saw it ran up the score nicely earlier. Maybe that's what you're referring to. It was trading really well a lot earlier. I figured. Well, tomorrow we got that NVIDIA, the earnings report. Maybe this is the short roll. Come on, don't get my ES trade. Jeez. I'm always telling my daughter, don't dive in the shallow end. You dove in the deep end. Well, if you're going to take a dive, that's where to do it. $350 with the ES. Very nice. Very nice. I'm wishing I would have taken that ES trade much earlier. My Laguerre has been locked since 10:20. Got that huge, man. That would have been a really beautiful trade. I'm in the ES trade. Um, the signal B on the NASDAQ, I haven't been able to get into a trade all day. What happened here? Oh. Oh, wow. You did dive in head first. 10 contracts. You're a brave man. I'm glad it went well. Jeez. What a market, huh? Well, let's give it to 11:30. Well, 11:25. Actually have an appointment at 11:30. Let's give it a few more minutes. I'm taking some serious heat on my ES trade. What goes up must come down. Here we go. Maybe we get the short roll now on this NASDAQ. I've got my 30B ready to go, man. I've had it all day locked and loaded. I keep waiting for it.
Order submitted.
But it just keeps bouncing.
Order submitted.
I heard some trades fire off. The retirement plan shorted.
Order submitted.
Come on, let's get in this signal B. Short. Jump in. Come on now. This is the move we've been waiting on. Didn't go. Don't know why. Well, retirement plan's in big time. on, haymaker.
Order submitted.
What's the short roll here on the 30 range? Nope. This haymaker might catch a monster right here. Nice, Mike. Beautiful. Yeah, it's starting to drift down now. This was the meltdown I had been waiting on. Oh, and look what just came in. Can you believe that? Did you see that? Oh my God. That area of support just came in and blocked my haymaker trade. Unreal. I'm still in the retirement plan.
Order submitted.
Popped right back up. Look at that. That's what it's been doing all day. Ranging market. No trend today. Okay, let's go over the leaderboard. Let's see how we did today. On one of my apexes, I lost 275. On the other one, I managed to take a trade on the crude oil to make 400. And then the one that I had trading the Rory Smart Stop got killed. So this is the leaderboard for today on my computer. My NASDAQ strategies were all at the top. The 30 range, whether we took the A entry or the B entry, they came up to the top very early and then kind of stayed there. And the only other strategy other than the NASDAQ that's in there is the YM. The YM had a signal B strategy, a trend trading strategy that did well today. So pretty tough market conditions. I see a haymaker coming in. Let's see if we catch it. I still got my haymaker enabled. We have some of that we have downside support. So I don't think it's going to execute that trade. But just in case it does, We are ready for it. We got this haymaker. I see this red X came in. I don't even know if I want to take a short trade.
Order submitted.
Yeah, that area of support is going to prevent it. Now, if we break through it, the signal B might catch it. The signal B I've been waiting on all day. Here we go. Come on. Maybe we get a meltdown right here. Now our Laguerre, our RSI line just got pinned, and now it's going to pop back up to the upside. It's a shame that retirement plan got wicked out. Yours too, Mike? Sorry. Russell's down 195. Gold's down 140. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I just want to say thank you for everybody joining me today. And God willing, we're going to do it again tomorrow. And hopefully with those, like the 28th, yeah, the earnings reports that I'm looking for, the NVIDIA, is probably going to be after the market closes. But from what I've read, they're anticipating that their earnings doubled from the same time last year. So that might cause a nice reaction and give us some good trading opportunities. Or if it's a miss, there could be a meltdown. So we'll see what happens, and I hope you'll join me. Congratulations, Mike, Stephen, and Marcy. Great trading. And God willing, again, we'll be back tomorrow. Have a blessed day, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Order submitted.